Well, Coach, being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in schools and the Tennessee Titans. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On first down, Swift. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Allen going to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They'll run on first down. Swift, he's got a first down and then some at midfield. 34 yards there and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think?
Allen looks to throw on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play, and who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On second down, Swift. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On second down, here's Henry. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll look to throw. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Come on, set. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll try the right side with Henry. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this one complete to Smith. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Leonard Floyd. The 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 38-yard line.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
They'll set up a throw. He's got Smith here. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 30 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Second and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
49's the mic. 49's the mic. It's just me and you. H3, 218. Chopper. You got time.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. White now to return. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean...
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a 1st down. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now they'll throw without it. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Allen to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Finding Knox there, complete. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Mike. Here we go.
Here's Allen. Completes it to the fullback, Ham. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Allen. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Her team still. Tight out. On the ball.
Here's Yeldon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. Fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime.
53. 53. Check 53. Lock it. It's out time. Hustle. Let's ready to go.
They'll set up to throw. Completes it to Davis. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed.
And he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the 56, 56. 46.
On first down, Swift. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he's up past the 10 to about the 12. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Allen now looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with a gain.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. General, west. Foxtrot.
He'll drop to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
I got you, son. I got you, son. Safe. Middle. Shit. Watch the shit. Hey, Monday. Shit.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you want, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
54. Check that.
Now Allen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Back now in Nashville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Bills on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Give him 30 yards there. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one complete to Corey Davis.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Switch.
Regular. Pass 85.
On 3rd down, Swift. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They only got a couple, but at offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that's complete to Croft. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
To the air. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Alert.
Now a give, right side. Swift. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on 1st down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing on 2nd down, Allen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Important extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's caught by Davis. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Check hard. Ready.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
49's the mic.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Back to throw. He's got Smith here. First down, Titans, gain of 12. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Inside the red zone here, they look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Hey, watch it. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Get him. Get him. Get him.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Buffalo, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Broncos are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Titans are now on the clock. The Colts are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Seahawks are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Redskins are now on the clock. The Saints are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Vikings are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Texans are now on the clock. The Rams are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock. The Cowboys are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. Are now on the clock. The Steelers are now on the clock. The Panthers are now on the clock. The Jets are now on the clock. The Bills are now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock. The Bears are now on the clock. The Browns are now on the clock. The Bengals are now on the clock. The Patriots are now on the clock. The Raiders are now on the clock. The Giants are now on the clock. The Buccaneers are now on the clock. The Packers are now on the clock.